Today, we're diving into the rising tensions between the United States and Iran. But this is about more than just two countries. It's really a look into the new face of modern conflict and maybe, just maybe, the future of war itself.
So the million-dollar question is pretty simple. Where is all of this heading? It's what everyone, from top generals to political strategists, is trying to figure out. And, well, the answer is anything but simple. You see, what we're witnessing right now is a completely new kind of war. It's layered, it's complex, and it is dangerously unpredictable. To really get a handle on what's going on, we have to understand the new rules of the game. What experts are calling this is a hybrid conflict, and it's a battle that's being fought on multiple fronts all at once. You've got your traditional military force, think soldiers and ships. Then you've got the invisible battlefield of cyber warfare, and on top of that, you have these indirect clashes through proxy forces, local groups that are armed and funded by an outside power. This mix is exactly what makes figuring out the next move so incredibly difficult. But let's be clear. This isn't all about tactics and technology. At the very heart of this are human beings, leaders who are making massive decisions under almost unimaginable pressure, with the entire world watching their every single move. And just look at the competing pressures here. On one side, the U.S. is trying to protect its national interests without getting stuck in another long, drawn-out war. On the other side, Iran's leaders feel they have to project strength and defend their sovereignty both to the world and to their own people. It is a high-stakes balancing act, and a single slip could be catastrophic. And of course, this isn't just a two-player game. Not at all. Both sides have this complex web of allies and partners in the region, and that web can get tangled fast. One wrong move by an ally could easily drag everyone else deeper into the mess. Now, when we think about war, we usually picture physical battlefields, right? Tanks, soldiers, territory. But today, the conflict zones go way beyond that, into areas we might not even recognize as battlegrounds at all. Because here's the thing you have to understand about 21st century conflict. The most powerful tools aren't always the ones that go boom. It's a global economic chess match. We're talking about sanctions, financial pressure, all of it designed to cripple an opponent without ever firing a shot. And in response, nations are scrambling to find new trade partners, creating these economic ripple effects that are felt by millions of ordinary people, often far, far away from any actual battlefield. Then there's the information war. The battle for perception is absolutely relentless. Media outlets around the world frame the story in completely different ways. And as this quote gets at, controlling that narrative, shaping how the world sees what's happening, can be just as critical as winning on the ground. So when you mix all of these things together, the hybrid tactics, the intense pressure on leaders, the economic warfare, you create this constant, simmering danger. The risk that one wrong move, one mistake, could cause the entire situation to spiral out of control with terrifying speed. And technology is just accelerating everything. It's pouring gasoline on the fire. With things like AI, autonomous weapons, and real-time data analysis, conflicts are getting faster and smarter. Decisions that used to take hours or days now have to be made in a split second. So what's the flashpoint? What's the thing that could light the fuse? Well, history shows us that huge wars often don't start on purpose. They start by accident. A single event, a major attack, a political assassination, or even just a simple strategic miscalculation can set off a chain reaction that nobody can stop. That is the razor's edge we're on right now. And all this brings us to this pivotal moment. With all these factors in play, the world really does stand at a crossroads. We're facing a fundamental choice between de-escalation and a much, much darker path. Because if there's one lesson that every single conflict in history has taught us, it's this. The human cost is always the greatest. It doesn't matter how sophisticated the weapons get. In the end, the price is always, always paid in human lives. That's the one truth that never changes. Which leaves us with the final, crucial question. Will diplomacy prevail? Will cooler heads find a way through? Or are the forces pushing everyone toward conflict just too powerful to contain? Honestly, we don't know the answer, but one thing is for sure. The decisions being made right now by leaders under pressure in a new kind of war will absolutely shape the world that all of us share tomorrow.